What's up, sports fans? What's up, world? You are now tuned into the world's greatest and back from hiatus, MC Ron and his co-host.
It's Zen on Ken.
And we are keeping it 10 toes down. We are the sports podcast that is very sorry that they had to leave you with not hearing our wonderful voices. I know y'all people out there were starving. We're starving for a podcast saying where in the world are the two greatest sports podcasters? Sports podcasters in the game. I know the views don't say it, but guess what? I don't care. All right, we're about quality, not quantity. All right. Yeah, you got those sports people that are maybe a lot more popular than us. However, they don't give you this level of quality though. That's the difference. But yes, we are.
You can't get Zen on Ken everywhere. Let's say that.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Where are you gonna get this Zen on Ken? You can't. All right, man. But yeah, man, a lot of things happen. You know, coaches get fired. Apparently, a certain basketball player that has been the face of the NBA for past 15 years, maybe even more than that.
Long as I've been watching basketball.
Yeah, is somehow washed. The college football playoffs are now set. Bama fans are in shambles. We got a new Heisman Trophy winner. Trump supporters are in shambles. I'm just joking. No. I am not somehow correlating that. You know, people who didn't want Travis Hunter to win our sports. It's okay. No. You know, football season is still going on. In other sports, once again, the NBA season's still going on. The NBA Cup, I think, is down to the finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the I think it's who else? The Milwaukee Bucks and I want to say the OKC Thunder. Yeah, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. Crazy. The Bucks had a magical turnaround when we were recording this podcast a few weeks ago. The Bucks were just like, wallowing, and they had the Titanic duo, or the dynamic duo of Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham as head coach and assistant head coach. But yeah, just a lot of things.
I mean,
happened.
The Warriors too. Well, we'll get into that. I was about to say the Warriors. The Warriors took a downturn. They was pretty piping hot, and now they done cooled off a little bit. But we'll get all into that a little later on.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But
the Zen fourth season.
Exactly. You know what? Usually, we start off with talking about the NFL, but I want to just change things up a bit. I want to start talking about college football because I'm really more excited about that because the college football playoff is here. It is here. And my Penn State Nittany Lions. We in there, baby. We in the playoff. Though it took for the playoff to expand to 12 teams to actually do that, even though we should have gotten into the playoff in 2016. But Ohio State bias is gonna Ohio State bias. But anyway,
you hanging on to that like Philly fans hang on to that one Super Bowl they got in 2017. Let it go.
yes, I am. Go. I agree. All right. So let me let that go. All right.
I'm just happy for how long has it been? 1,800 days. Soon to be like 2,100 days since Ohio State has beaten Michigan. That's a long man. That's just. I mean, I can't even remember the last time. Ooh.
And the thing is,
team down south.
And the thing is, this has been the worst Michigan team in some years.
This the worst. This is like yeah, man. This is the worst Michigan team I have seen in a very, very long time.
This reminiscent of the Brady Hoke years.
Yo, I was just thinking like shoelace, like days, man.
Go ahead. This is because you didn't get time to gloat about this because it's been a few weeks. But go ahead.
I mean, it's been settled. It's been settled, man. I did not think that we were gonna beat Ohio State. I didn't. And I'm watching the game, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's get it. let's go. We better not win, bro. And lo and behold, bro, Ohio State do all this talking. We got Emeka Egbuka. We got this person. We got that person. Yo, quarterback trash though.
And
quarterback buns, booty, and butt cheeks. Not the good kind.
Dang, man, dang. And yet, hold on. I'm sorry.
No problem. And then though, I do remember this. Honestly, Ohio State. Obviously, Ohio State didn't expect to lose either because how they acted towards the end of that game was real. I mean, really, really, really loser-esque, bro. It was giving Drake.
Losing to Kendrick.
Drake losing to Kendrick, man. You know what I'm saying? And we finna go play Exactly. They literally in Ohio, their governor is trying to make that a felony to plant the flag at Ohio State. I said that's about some soft thing. That's about the softest thing I have ever heard. But hey, never mind. I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, man, we over here trying to plant the flag. One of our DBs trying to plant the flag, and this big old lineman gonna come out of nowhere and just push Buddy. Now all of a sudden we scrap it. Where was all this heat and intensity on the field? We don't have a quarterback. All we had this year is Colston Loveland, and guess what? He didn't even play this game.
Dang.
He didn't even play. Y'all telling me? I mean, hey, I will say that Michigan defense is crazy. We have a lot of first round talent on there. Okay, Will Johnson.
Come to the Commanders, Will Johnson.
Hey, Will Johnson, bro.
We'll take another Michigan corner.
I think Will Johnson, since he's been in Michigan, has allowed 2 touchdowns, but he's had like 3 pick sixes. How you have more pick sixes than touchdowns allowed? Okay. Then you got like Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham, all them dudes on the line, man. Like the defense is great. But that offense ain't got nobody. And y'all allowed us to chip away, and play our version of the game. Shout out to Sharon Moore.
Yeah. 2-0 against Ryan Day.
Hey, I ain't gonna cap. I am not gonna lie to y'all. I told y'all Ryan Day's seat is hot. And you lost it. You ain't beat Michigan. In 4 years. Oh. Man, I know you got blisters on them butt cheeks.
See, getting mighty hot.
There you go.
A seat that should be hot, but it is not. It's James Franklin because this man has not. Conversely, this man has not beaten Ohio State. This man has not beaten Ryan Day. Conversely, so how can Ryan Day's seat be hot, but yet not James Franklin? Like,
because y'all don't got Emeka Egbuka. Y'all don't got all them and Smith and all them wide.
But whose fault is that we don't have the talent? Because it's the
no. That wasn't a dig at y'all. That was a dig at Ohio State. Y'all got all this talent, man.
I know, but I'm using it as a dig at my own head coach that I've been trying to get rid of for the past.
It ain't your coach. Y'all need more recruit. Y'all need better recruiting. But then talk about recruiting. Ain't your man Dual Carter like a top 5 draft pick?
This is true. First team All-American.
Y'all done made it to the playoffs, but he hasn't won the big game. And
exactly.
That's where y'all are frustrated at. Because y'all get there, y'all have nice teams every year.
But my thing is, if Ryan Day's seat is hot because he does not win the big game against Michigan, and he has talented teams too, why aren't we saying the same thing about James Franklin?
Not the same level of expectation.
Because they're one of the same, except James Franklin's a little bit worse because he loses to Ohio State every year. I don't know, but it's okay. We're the playoffs. Yeah. Happy. Joy. We might lose this game against FCMU. But anyway,
But speaking of the playoffs, like, bro, what's it called? First of all, Alabama is not in there. What's it called is also yeah. I am very happy, but
yes, like cry real tears, Alabama fans.
Alabama not in there. Miami not even in there. But Clemson in there. Clemson, bro. I can't stand it. I can't stand Clemson. I really can't.
I mean, after Miami lost to what was it, Georgia Tech, and then who else did they lose to before? I gotta look at that. But yeah, those couple losses they had just killed them. Especially not making it to your conference championship game, especially with this playoff. Like really, as we see, this playoff committee really values making it to the conference championship game. Though that begs the question, why is Ohio State in there?
But you can't not put Ohio State in there. Like they still are one of the best.
There's always that bias. They're either going to let Ohio State or because y'all know Ohio State didn't make the conference championship game either. But
dang, they didn't. You know whose fault that is? You know whose fault that is? That's not even Ryan Day's fault. That's Michigan's fault. Go Blue, baby!
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Because they really didn't. Because we made it in ahead of them and we lost to them. So we didn't. So that's
y'all
why.
That's really good in that game, though. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all scored a lot more points than I thought y'all were going to, and y'all quarterback coming back next year.
Drew Allen, baby.
Y'all not gonna be better than us, but yeah, y'all gonna be good.
We'll see. But anyway, no, but yeah, I have to say yes, definitely in that Big Ten championship game, we played a lot better than I gave us credit for. I was expecting a 20 to 30 point ass whooping by the hands of the Oregon Ducks, and it was actually a really close game. We played them to one score. Once again, I'm sick and tired of being close in this game. Though I would say the reason why we lost this game was a couple of reasons. Once again, coaching.
Wait. Before we get into your reasons, I feel like the reason why y'all did not win this game, and I said this the moment it happened. The moment y'all did not get that on that first scoring drive, y'all got a field goal. If y'all would have got a touchdown, y'all would have won this game. And I was like, oh, that field goal will hurt them at the end.
That it's not even that. It was like some dumb coaching decisions. Like for example, going for two when we cut we got the, it was 45-31. Then we got a touchdown, and then we're gonna go for two. I'm like, what? What in the possible of you only do that when it's
close.
Yeah, exactly. You only do that when it's like 45-38. Then you score that touchdown. Like once again, what the Saints did against my Commanders and went for two. All right, I'm going to get to that game. Yeah, but anyway, but yeah, you only do that's when you go for two when you're going for the win. You don't do that when you're trying to get back in the game. The only time you do that when you go back in the game is like when you're down like 18. So you score. Well, even in that instance, you still don't go for two. If you're down 18, you score a touchdown. Then after you score that second touchdown, because that's when you go for two. That's when you gotta have to. All right. You don't go for two when you don't have to go for two. But more than that, there's a couple other. That game was about a couple weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember the other dumb decision. The other dumb decision was we finally got the ball back, right, with plenty of time. It was like third down and 1 or 2, and it's basically it was the throw that sealed the game. Drew Allard threw a long pass and got picked off. My thing is, what pissed me off was not the throw. What pissed me off was the play call. And you, Mr. James Franklin, being the head coach, let's go with a deep pass on 3rd and 1. Like, when
you gotta keep the defense on the toes.
No, but the thing is, we were running the football pretty effectively. So Why?
Yeah.
Why? Just keep it going. Like we could have just ran the ball. Hell, even a quarterback QB sneak would have been a better play call. But once again, yeah, it was just like those small little mistakes. Then there was a third one. I just can't remember. I should have wrote it down. But yeah, it was a third mistake that I just can't seem to remember, which really cost us the game. I understand we also had a missed field goal in the second half as well, but that wasn't one of the mistakes.
It's the first touchdown, man. First touchdown miss.
Yeah, but we still played them close, and people have a problem with us being in the playoff because we did not beat Oregon or Ohio State. But my thing is, we lost to both teams by one score. It's not like they blew us out. Like we played both Oregon and Ohio State, the two best teams in the.
You didn't lose to an unranked team.
Yeah,
Ohio State, you lost to an unranked Michigan team. Unranked. I want you to know that it was unranked.
Yeah, because people were saying like, and this goes back to Bama fans crying about. They talk about us, Penn State. Oh, they lost to Oregon and Ohio State. Yes, we lost to the number one team in the nation by one score. Played them close the whole entire game. Lost them by a score. The number one team and the number one overall seed in the tournament. And yes, we lost to Ohio State, another top 5 team that we only lost by one score. Y'all lost. Y'all got mollywopped by an unranked Oklahoma team. Y'all got mollywopped by a 6-6 Oklahoma team. And a 6-6 Vanderbilt team.
And Vanderbilt. Y'all went 0 for 2 in the state of Tennessee.
Exactly. But Tennessee is a good, is a playoff team. We're gonna
y'all are a playoff team though, because we got to keep it a buck. Like 12 teams have to get in. So like,
yeah,
y'all may not have been top 4, but top six I feel like is perfect for y'all.
I mean, I believe we're a top 10 team. I'm just talking to the Alabama fans that believe that they should have gotten in over us. I'm like, we didn't lose to any teams that we should have beaten. Especially that 24-3 ass whooping that the Oklahoma Sooners gave y'all.
Right.
Like y'all were supposed to beat them.
If they were gonna leave a team like Miami out, they absolutely was gonna leave Alabama out.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, like get out of here.
Did you know? What's DJ Uiagalelei?
Yeah,
that quarterback. Yeah, did you know he just declared for the draft?
Yeah, man, I saw that too. I'm like,
for what, bro? You would have been better walking on the team, bro.
like, did he have one more year of eligibility, man? You might want to.
Nah, we don't need to see no more.
No, he may have did use that last year of eligibility, man. You could have transferred over to FCS. You could have gone to South Dakota State, maybe. Do
something.
Like you could have gone somewhere, man. You could have went to I don't know, Wake Forest maybe. No, but
be a demon.
I know that's not an FCS team, but
Hey, but look though, since we speaking on eligibility, you have 2 players, Trevor Lawrence and Cam Rising, right? Mm-hmm. Both play quarterback in college, right?
Yeah.
Both came in at 2017. 2018. Trevor Lawrence obviously is with the Jags.
Yep.
Might get another contract. Cam Rising actually just played for Utah, the University of Utah, and he has another year of eligibility.
This man's about
what?
How do you know
what? I know his NIL going crazy.
How do you have a 10-year college? It's got to screw up.
No sense, bro.
Playing football, like, bro, like at the, never mind. I'm not. I am. But yeah. I feel like there should be. I feel like there should be like a like. I understand like red shirting and the COVID year and all that, but I think like there needs to be a. I don't know. There needs to be some sort of
limit.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like we just can't like at this point, like just like the tight end from Miami. This man 9 years. This man is legitimately older than this man is legitimately 5 years older than like some of the young quarterbacks in the NFL that have been in the NFL for 3 years. So
That's crazy. Hey man, get it how you live, bro. Get it how you live. Especially if they paying for your education. Imagine how many degrees he could get in this like 8-year span. I hope he got a lot.
Like this isn't like a Brandon Whedon situation where
he
wasn't where like because Brandon Whedon was 28, playing playing college football. However,
but he only played like 4 years though.
Exactly, he started really late because I think he went off to do something and then he came to college and like that's different. All right, that's different.
Yeah, he started 18.
That's different. That's different than starting. Hey, I'm 18 coming into college and now I'm 28. Like I spent 10 years.
I'm as old as my professors.
I know, like nigga, you're down. You're damn near 30. Get a goddamn job.
That's what I'm saying with the NAL, bro. He probably like, look, let me stay here about 3-4 more years.
I mean, at this point, to be perfectly honest, this man can literally retire after he leaves college because of the NIL.
But let's stay on topic, man. Let's stay on topic, bro. Like, what's some of these playoff games you looking forward to? I know I'm gonna look at Clemson and Texas just because. I don't know why. I'm scared. I'm scared for Texas, honestly, because I did like Quinn Ewers a lot in the beginning of the season, but now that I've seen Arch and then I've seen some of these Quinn Ewers games, I'm like, ugh. Okay, scary.
Quinn Ewers is still good though. He's still really good.
Yeah, but man, Arch.
He's gonna be a first. Hey, Quinn Ewers is still gonna be a first round pick, and still gonna be a first round draft pick though in the NFL draft.
Yeah, he might be for sure. But yeah, I mean that, and then, like let's look at Tennessee and Ohio State. Who's slated this? That's gonna be an ugly game. That's going to be a very ugly game. And then the winner of that has to play Oregon. I'm not going to lie. Texas got it easy. I'm going to steal your point. I'm not going to cap. But Texas really does have it easy because they have to play Clemson, who is the last seed. Then they have to play Arizona State, who, that's like a lower Power 5 conference team. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But after that, they have to play a gauntlet because then you're going to have to play Oregon. And either Oregon, a hot Ohio State team, whoever makes it to the national championship.
Yeah, but they got a smooth path to the semifinals. I mean, they should be favored in both games. Like especially if they beat Clemson, they should be favored against Arizona State. But the game I'm looking forward to is SMU versus my Penn State Native Lions. For one reason only. I want to see how James Franklin's going to screw this up this time. Because in my estimation, I feel like we should win this game. However...
And y'all are at home, and it's a whiteout. So in your estimation, y'all should win this game because y'all don't win a whiteout game.
But you need to understand the dichotomy of great James Franklin not being able to win a big game. You need to understand that, man. And like whenever he faces comparable competition, and he's actually in a real high stakes big game, i.e., the Big Ten championship game a couple weeks ago.
But y'all are playing SMU. Like I understand SMU maybe.
He's going to find some way to screw this up. I promise you.
Y'all gonna win like by 2 scores. Oh. But yeah, I mean, it should. I definitely would hope it would be a good game because I remember back when SMU was good and then they received a death penalty for doing something, and then now to see them back
because they had the Pony Express and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and so now to see them back in the playoffs, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But I think that's where the buck stops for them. But we're gonna see.
I'm just interested to see how James Franklin is just going to screw all this up, and I'm going to be, just because I want to believe, like, I understand my team is favored to win this game, And I understand they should be favorites to win this game. But there's this lingering feeling of James Franklin costing, or just the underachieving James Franklin is just.
I think you're just scared. I think you're just traumatized. You're shaking a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. I think he's gonna prove
when James Franklin. See, you
and
had
and then look. And after y'all beat SMU, y'all have to play Boise State. Come on, they got one player. I mean, that one, they have a Hulk. So it's very, very weird. But I feel like that's another winnable game for y'all.
I mean, y'all we have a solid path. We have a solid path to the semifinals too. However, the James Franklin the thing is, you've had Jim Harbaugh as your head coach as a Michigan fan. So, of course, you're like, but when you have James
I've also
Franklin
had
as
Brady
your head
Hoke.
coach,
I've also had Brady Hoke days. I've also had who was before Harbaugh.
But those days are long and over with. See,
but I had to wait through them days. I was coming out on the high end. We was winning natties. We was having Heismans. We was doing this, that, and the third. We was beating Ohio State. And then all of a sudden, for the next 10 years, you telling me I'm in purgatory? I just got here, bro. But now you see how it turns around. Now we ain't in the playoffs, but go wait.
We'll see. I'm still looking for it. I'm still going to watch the game. And
how about this? I will make a bet with you.
Yeah.
If James Franklin loses this game, I will be on your side. I will be on your side because I do see what you're saying, but I just have one more inkling of hope.
Yeah. Please give me some hope because I need it. Because when I say
go
ahead.
The Indiana and Notre Dame game, I feel like it's nothing to sneeze at either. I feel like we might as well. We just talked about the first thing.
No, give me my one inkling of hope, man. I need the hope. I don't give a damn about Indiana and Notre Dame. I don't give a crap about the Battle of Indiana.
Wait. Before we cut off Snowmageddon, because it's gonna snow that game, hopefully. Are we unanimously going for Indiana? Yes. No.
I don't really, honestly, I don't really care.
Okay.
I don't really care. But Big Ten, in the light of Big Ten prominence, yes, Indiana. Big Ten prominence.
I just don't like Notre Dame. I probably like them a little bit less than I dislike Ohio State. I don't hate them, but I just don't like them.
And he had another team that Alabama fans to say, "Hey, we deserve to be." I'm like,
y'all ain't never played Indiana before, and it shows. It shows.
I'm like, first of all, Indiana is 11-1. They have a better record than y'all, and they did not lose to a team. Yes, their only team that they had worthwhile on their schedule was Ohio State. However, two things: one, they did not lose to a team that was 6-6. Once again, they did not get mollywopped by a 6-6, or once again an average team.
Indiana is out for blood every time. It's a reason why they wear red and they what's it called? Yeah, I understand that's their school colors, but no.
But yeah, they
hide their blood stains.
Yeah, y'all twice, Alabama fans, once again, twice got mollywopped by a 6-6 football team. All right, football programs. All right, shut up. Two, y'all Alabama fans would have had a stronger point against Indiana if Indiana actually just got completely destroyed by Ohio State. I watched that full game. They did not actually. They kind of hung tough with them. Yes, I think they still lost by double digits, but the game was a little closer than the score would indicate. They hung tough. They hung tough with them. So that's why Indiana got in. But yeah, we're going for Indiana, man. Indiana over Notre Dame. Why don't you like your Notre Dame though, man?
Notre Dame and Michigan back in
the day. They forgot they do have a rivalry. They just haven't played in.
It was a little rivalry. I personally don't like them because I always hung it over my head for the longest that Michigan had the most wins and the best winning percentage ever. Yeah. And Notre Dame always rivaled that very, very close. And I don't like them. So anytime I see them, I want them to lose because you better get away from my record. You too close. And I guess I'm just picking up old rivalries that I have no idea. I don't know nothing about.
Wait, hold up, time out. Wait a minute, time out. Speaking So there's a college football bracket challenge.
Oh, I'm gonna do that.
And I'm just figuring this out on Instagram today, right now forgot. We are recording this podcast at approximately 8:21 p.m. Tuesday, December 17th at 2024. But anyway, yes, I'm figuring it out at exactly this time, that there's a college football playoff bracket challenge that I could have been playing. I would have lost, but I still could have been playing.
Right.
I am vehemently upset.
Not vehemently. Get
Yes.
that man a ventilator. Y'all know he old. But please excuse my host. He old.
Dude,
Come
we're
on,
around
bro.
the same age.
Around.
A few years younger. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm 3 years younger than you, my boy. I just sniffed 30. You've been here for a minute.
Yeah.
Your bone's starting to creak. I don't know. I still feel 26. I don't know about y'all.
Whatever. All right. Don't worry, bro. This coming May, you ain't gonna be saying that.
Oh man, I'm be 31. Oh.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be saying that. I'm gonna be like, shut up, man.
Take your sea moss, guys. Eat your avocados in the morning.
No, but
Let's move on to the pros, man. Let's get talking to the pros.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Whoa. Reel that back. I'm getting ahead of myself. Go ahead.
Yeah. Who's the host here? No, but let's go. One last thing before we get into the talking about the pros is Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy, and so many people are so mad about this. I mean, you should have saw it coming. Like, this was like the perfect year for Travis Hunter to win, especially because he plays both sides of the ball. And of course, people are going to mention his stats and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay. And the same people who talk about Travis Hunter's stats, how he doesn't have enough, he doesn't have as many interceptions, or he doesn't have as many yards and all that stuff. Like,
but he literally plays every snap. He plays every snap.
That and all you people who talk about about his stats, about his lack of statistical I guess prominence or whatever, but you are some of the same people who say, "Hey, turn on the game. The game's not all about stats." Like, how are you gonna say? It's the same people. The same people who are. And I was going to say, the same people who are mad about Travis Hunter winning the Heisman this year are the same people who are mad about Lamar Jackson winning the MVP last year. You are the same type of people, but yet you are the same type of people who talk about stats, who say, "Oh, stats aren't everything," but yet you want to But it's
the stats and the analytics that people get caught up in. Like, you can tell people are not watching the game. Because, I'm not going to lie, my vote would have went to Ashton Jeanty. I have never seen a running back like him, and this man stands straight up, just menacing. Like, this man is huge, bro. He had 23 yards short of 2,500. How many touchdowns this man had? 29. I think he only had like 3 games where he didn't have multiple touchdowns in a game.
Dang.
Like, come on, bro. Like, that man, ran better than all the running backs who have won the Heisman. It didn't win the Heisman. But also, again, that's just looking at numbers. That's just looking at him beating up on the opponent and doing what he's supposed to be doing. When you turn on a Colorado game and you watch Travis Hunter, all the big plays are coming from him. All the big touchdowns, all the oohs and ahs and the catches and this, that, and the third are coming from him on both sides.
Exactly.
It just. I understand. I'm not mad. I'm not mad that Hunter got it. I'm a Michigan man. Come on now. We have a Travis Hunter. Heisman winner. You know what I'm saying? Come on, shout out to Charles Woodson. I am kind of salty that Charles isn't the last one to have it, but it's cool. It's cool. That Travis Hunter just jumps off the screen, bro. He can do it. He can do it on. He plays every snap. Like come on. Why would you not give it to him? I think Travis Hunter is more rare than Ashton Genty. Give it to the more rare guy.
I mean that, and like, but yeah, it's like you. And people was like, "Oh, it's a popularity contest and all that stuff." Blah 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 blah. And they talk about how Ash Gigi got his team to the playoff and all that good stuff. And I'm like, I make the point of before Travis Hunter, who won the Heisman before him? Jaden Daniels. Then who won it before him? Caleb Williams. Once again, neither one of them made a playoff. I can even go back into the BCS days where you had Johnny Manziel. His team didn't make the championship, won the Heisman. I can go back to Tim Tebow when he won his Heisman. Florida was an 8-4 football team. Once again, they just made a regular bowl game. Like, there have been multiple instances within these last 10 to 15 years and once again, even more recently in history, just last year and the year before. Yes?
I was about to say, do another one. Lamar Jackson, we just said that.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
He ain't go to no playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Once again. Still, won the Heisman Trophy. Robert Griffin III. My God,
yeah.
Once again, this was during BCS days,
one of the best offenses ever.
Yes, didn't make the playoffs. So if you're going to make that argument that his team, like, that is a very flawed argument, because there has been numerous Heisman Trophy winners over the past, really, once again, 15, even less, 10 years. Really, the past 3, the other past 2 have not made the playoff whatsoever. All right. I think the last Heisman Trophy winner to make the playoff was Joe Burrow in 2020. I think. No. Devontae Smith, 2021. Sorry. But yeah. I really think of how people said this is more Coach Prime hate. I really think it is. I think it's more people hating on Coach Prime because of how in your face he is. Because how he's like, hey man, like y'all just hate on Coach Prime. Y'all want to, because let's be honest, that's really where it all comes from. Y'all want to see Coach Prime fail because but Deion Sanders has always been this. Like, even back in his playoff game, playing days, all right, when he was a player. He was in your face. He talked a lot of trash. He didn't care. He was that was prime time. What, y'all think that was going to change as a coach? He's a competitor. But now, because we're in the day and age that everybody wants to be a softie now. So now that kind of attitude now people got a problem with, and certain people have a problem with, and now a lot of people have a problem with, and now you want to see Travis Hunter fail because that means Deion fails. You're wishing for a young kid to fail just to feel your vendetta against his coach. Man, I have a problem.
But I mean, but let's let the last thing I'm gonna say about Travis Hunter is not only did he win the Heisman, he won the Paul Hornung Award for most versatile, the Lot Impact Trophy for defense, Chuck Bednarik Award for defense, Fred Biletnikoff Award for wide receiver, AP National Player of the Year, wide receiver and defensive back, and the Walter Camp Award for wide receiver and defensive back. Like, come on, bro. That screams Heisman. I hope he, boy. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do if they're gonna play him
Yeah,
in the NFL, but I hope so. I hope
one
he
award
can.
I don't think he probably should have won was the Fred the Cup award because there was a wide receiver that
They got the triple
had
crown at
yeah.
San Jose State. Yeah,
Yeah, I believe that's the one award I would agree with people like he didn't like, in my opinion, because but I do believe Travis Hunter does deserve the Heisman for the totality of his game, receiving and on the defense. And yes, I understand he only had 4 interceptions. Yes, I know he didn't have the most crazy defensive stats, but they don't throw his way.
nope.
Like that's like once again. I understand this is at a vastly different level. However, you have people. There's tons and tons of people arguing that in 2009 that Darrelle Revis deserved to be Defensive Player of the Year because not because of his stats, because of he shut down all these top receivers. How he shut once again. I understand Travis Hunter. I don't understand. I'm not trying to compare the two. I understand Darrelle Revis vastly different levels. However, but I'm making the point of. You believe that Darrelle Revis deserved Defensive Player of the Year, regardless of his stats, because of the way he played on the field. That's what we're trying to say with Travis Hunter, where the way he played on the field, he deserved to be the Heisman because on the field he was the best player. Yes, it's not just all about stats. It's about, like to your point, about the impact you make on the field. But whatever. Let's move on to the pros.
Shout out to that man. Hold on, before we move on to the pros, I do have a blunder because we were talking about Indiana, and since I had to tell Q that we flipped that number 1 QB, we just Indiana's receiver Donovan McCulley, just transferred to Michigan. This man is 6'5", 210 pounds. Almost had 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns last year. That reminds me of Nico Collins. Okay, shout out. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready for the next season.
So what you're saying is it was good while it lasted. Ben, today our playoffs. It was a good while it lasted. But anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and get into the pros. This past week in the NFL was very interesting, I would say the least. Your Ravens had a very, very easy game against the Giants. Y'all mollywopped them. Just beat the crap out of them.
And my boy Lamar. Yes, we played the Giants, but he had another Jackson 5. That makes it 5th Jackson 5. Dancing. Yeah, all over the defenses, bro. 5th Jackson 5, bro. Not only is that his 5th Jackson 5, he has the most games in NFL history with 5 touchdowns and 5 or less incompletions.
But he's not a quarterback. But anyway,
that's 2. Let me brag about my man's right quick. That's 2 more than Tom Brady, which is 2 more than Drew Brees, which is 2 more than Peyton Manning, which is 2 more than Ben Roethlisberger. But he a running back. Oh, okay, all right.
yeah, exactly. But no. Here's the real kicker to their point. Because now people can't refute that. Now people can't refute that he's an actual elite quarterback. That he's actually a really good quarterback. Now people are trying to say, oh, do that against winning teams. Do that against winning teams and all that stuff. Now they're trying to do that against playoff teams. Do that in the playoffs now because once again I keep on showing they can never, Lamar haters can never give him credit. And that's because, once again, in the 2018 draft, they said that this man, a whole host of people saying, oh, he's going to be a running back. He's going to be a wide receiver. And the moment he has shown you all that he is not, that he actually is an elite quarterback in this league, now y'all want to shift the goalpost now. Y'all want to shift the goalpost now. Now y'all want to say, oh, he doesn't do that in the playoffs. No, he doesn't do that.
Right, y'all keep moving. But literally, it's so crazy to watch, bro. Like, watching Lamar Jackson in college. First of all, watching Lamar Jackson in college, I already knew he could throw because I saw him do it multiple times very well. Okay, that man was literally like playing NCAA with all the shifters to the left. Or all shifters to the
Or
right. You know what I'm
sliders.
saying? All the sliders to the right. So, like, bro, like he was literally a cheat code, a video game. And now you put him in the NFL and get him a little season, and he's literally playing the exact same way. It blows my mind. Now he might not now be getting like 250 yards and 150 on the ground. He's done it, but like it's still incredible, bro. The people who hate on Lamar Jackson, I'm just like, y'all either listen to analysts all day and don't watch football for yourself, or you're Steelers fans. Okay.
Or you're just Lamar. Once again, I understand. You hate when you hate being wrong. So you hate being wrong. So you hate the fact that you were wrong all along about Lamar Jackson not being able to be a quarterback in this league. So now you got to find something to
You know why they mad? Oh my God!
bring
You
him
know why
down.
they mad, bro? They
Why?
are mad because their team could have drafted Lamar Jackson and should have and didn't. He went last in the first round. Ha 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 ha.
Just shout out to Ozzie Newsome. Shout out to Ozzie Newsome for having the vision. He had the vision. He knew what was up.
And I think we took Mark Andrews that same draft too.
That
man is a drafted savant, bro. Like he's been like doing this, bro, forever. Like I don't know what type of tea he drink in the morning, but I want some. I need to know where he get it.
But from one running quarterback to another athletic running quarterback, my QB1, Jaden Daniels, baby. What's up? But you learned to love him. But anyway, we had an interesting game against the Saints where we were up kind of big, and then we nearly let the game, like it literally went down to the last throw. But it's because it was a combination of different factors. One, so the Saints game, first of all, we should have won this game. We should have won the Saints game by more than a point. We really should have won the game by at least 2-3 touchdowns because, like, literally freaking, like, I don't know what Jaden Daniels was on, but he missed 3 deep passes to like, 2 of them were wide, butt naked open, deep passes to Terry McLaurin. I'm talking about there wasn't a defender within 20, 30 yards of him, and Jaden Daniels missed it. Well, one was missed, another one was dropped, but I still think it was still a little bit of an overthrow because I believe if it was put on him, Terry would have caught it. Because even though the ball still hit his hands, he had to dive for it because it was like through like way in front of him. I'm like, bro, like just put it on him, and his head hits the goalpost, as Unc Shay Shay would say. But
hit the goalpost.
But yeah, that whole game was just offensive line had horrible problems. Like Jaden Daniels was sacked 8-9 times, and I think that was because our center literally the day of the game got sick.
That's crazy.
I'm like, yo, man. Then,
but it's hard to replace a center, bro. Centers are the most important player on the team. People don't know.
Exactly. You've made that point, especially for the offensive line, because he's the one who sets the protections.
That is the quarterback of the offensive line. You have a quarterback, and then you have a center. Centers are usually one of the more smarter people on the team as well.
Exactly. So, literally, our starting center the day of the game, now we had to put in a new center like right then and there. And I'm like, so that's why I think that's why some of the protections were off. Like the Saints kept on blitzing and blitzing. Like I feel like if we had a starting center in, he would have been able to call like, hey, slide this way, da 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 da. But guess what? Didn't have that. Then Zach Ertz gets hurt in the game. That play, like, what people don't know is actually Zach Ertz is actually an important part of our offense. I understand he doesn't have the
tight end, bro.
Yeah. I know he doesn't have a gaudy numbers and all that, like a Brock Bowers or or somebody like that.
Zach Ertz, bro, is like he was so good. He just kept getting hurt. I think injuries kind of slowing him down. He's still like doing great.
Yeah, but
I would love Zach Ertz on my team. Go ahead.
Yeah, like so. So he got hurt in this game, and it's just like all like we had some bad penalties. We had some horrible roughing the passer penalties, like multiple roughing the passer penalties that really helped the Saints score. Like this whole game,
So really, y'all had a sloppy game.
yeah,
A
like
sloppy
really
game.
this game. The reason why the Saints got in because like I watched this game from beginning to end. The only reason why the Saints got literally we literally allowed the Saints to get in the game. Like there was nothing the Saints did that really messed us up. We were messing ourselves up with stuff like dumb penalties. I would say on that last deep pass interference should have been called, but in my estimation, I'm a big proponent of. I don't feel like quarterbacks should get rewarded with a pass interference for underthrowing receivers. That's just my. That's why that with that last because I know some Commanders fans were like upset, like, hey, also at the end of the game, when it was 23-13, the Saints were driving. We tackled the dude in bounds, and there was 8 seconds left on the clock, and the clock stopped. The Saints did not have any timeouts, mind you. The clock stopped for 5 seconds, and there's been no explanation for that. Is that a little bit of Saints home cooking? Yeah, but in my opinion, we shouldn't have been put in that situation anyway. We should have never been in that situation if we wouldn't have those bad penalties. We wouldn't have had those overthrows. We wouldn't be like.
But see the bright
we
side,
wouldn't have a lot
because not only did y'all win the game, y'all won it very sloppily, like you explained it, and y'all won an away game, which some of the refs, they like the favorite the home team. Blah, 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 blah. What was my third point? I had a third point, but yeah, y'all win it and y'all still in the playoffs.
Yep, and we won the game. But however,
and y'all don't need and it's on a rookie quarterback. So I think like it's silver lining. Y'all had a rough game, but y'all probably learned a lot from that game.
We did like this. It was a game that
Mike Saber still got an interception.
True. It was a game that we won, but it felt more like a loss because of the fact we made a host of a lot of mistakes. Like I said, we allowed the Saints to get back in the game. The Saints didn't do anything. Like if you watch the game, you realize that we were the vastly superior team. We just kept on killing our own selves. We were literally beating ourselves. Like if we played like all we needed to do was play mistake-free football, and we would have beaten the Saints by 3 touchdowns. The problem is we didn't. We made our own stupid mistakes, and that's why. But we don't need to make the same mistakes against Philly because if we played like we did, like if we did the same mistakes, the same dumb penalties, the same mistakes we did again with the Saints against Philly, we're gonna lose by 30.
I think y'all go. Hopefully, like I said, y'all learn from this week, and y'all didn't do this against Philly. So that's 2 positives.
Yeah, and I think also a little bit we're coming off of a bye week. We may be a little bit rusty, coming off the bye and stuff like that. So,
Really, when you said running quarterback, I thought you was going to talk about your guy who might be leading the MVP race.
Yeah, man, let's talk about this MVP race I was getting there, KJ. I was getting there. Believe me. I was getting there. But I wanted to talk about, my QB1 first, because, I'm a Commanders fan first, then a Josh Allen fan, all right? Second.
He trying to win y'all over again. Y'all know he a Bills fan on the low.
But yes, this MVP race, and guess who's leading this MVP race? My MVP! I keep on telling you the year is finally here! The league MVP, Josh motherfreaking Allen! Whew. Yes, the MVP race. It's over. I'm just joking. It ain't over yet. He got 3 more games yet. Sorry,
Man.
I got too ahead of myself. I'm sorry. I'm excited because finally the path is there, Josh Allen. The path is there for you. All right. Over the years of this podcast, ever since the inception of this podcast, I've been calling you my MVP, the league MVP, Josh Allen. And after years on this podcast, really like this podcast is only about 4 years old. But anyway, after all that, finally it looks
he
like
finally has a chance.
Yes,
we've been waiting for a chance. Oh, that's cute. Meanwhile,
listen here.
Meanwhile, my actual 2-time MVP. I told y'all he threw a Jackson 5. This is his second Jackson 5 this year. All right. I'm just gonna say, really, in a month and a half. But you know.
Now I would say it's not over yet because if Lamar Jackson shows up, let's say he has a Jackson 5 against Pittsburgh, and the Ravens like destroy the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think you got to put I think it then because and especially if like Josh Allen, experiences a step back. Because
I mean, hey, he did lose the Matt Stafford.
Oh, breaking news! Wait a minute. Breaking news. Da-da-da-da.
Who the Lakers get?
Podcast.
Oh, the Lakers.
Guess who's starting for the Atlanta Falcons right now? Who's the name of the new starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons?
Penix.
Yes, Michael Penix Jr.
Let's go.
Right here on this podcast, baby. Breaking news right here.
Let me say this right now, bro. If Michael Penix come in this game and he is ready and he shows out and the Atlanta Falcons go to the playoffs and they win a playoff game, Atlanta is going to go nuts. Stupid. Save your money because parking is going to be expensive.
and they did it smart too.
For water.
But they did it smart too. Atlanta did it smart because they actually having him start against the Giants. Which means he's going to
tenderize them for him. We just tenderized them for him. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Somebody just said in the comments, I just see 7 ATL Negroes do backflips in Quick Trip. I'm like, bro.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If Michael Penix is good for the Falcons, we may never see another Waffle House fight again. Atlanta is gonna be the most peaceful it has been in a long time.
But yeah, shout out to Michael Penix Jr. for that's. I'm just opening because I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look at my ESPN map, see what the Bills. Yeah, it's trying to see who the Bills face off next, and I'm seeing, Michael Penix is now the starter. Oh, well. Well, interesting that. But yeah, I'm trying to see who the Bills face. Oh my God! Next, we were on week.
So
16.
look, while you looking that up, the next.
Oh, the Patriots. Yeah.
That's a dub.
Yeah.
Dang, why they have to? Because we play the Steelers next. You know what I'm saying?
But I would say, let's say if Josh Allen kind of takes a step back against the Patriots, especially against a vastly inferior opponent, and then once again, Lamar Jackson has that Jackson 5.
I'm gonna say he don't even really need a Jackson 5. All I'm gonna say is even stat wise, my quarterback has more yards and 2 less interceptions, and only 1 less touchdown.
It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a tight race to the end between now. Josh Allen's
it's fire.
And
then you got to throw Saquon in there.
I think over these last 2 games, he's kind of as a Saquon Barkley fantasy owner of these last couple of weeks have been really the last 3 weeks kind of been kind of so-so. But it's okay.
It's going to be really hard for Saquon to win because not only he is doing amazing and he should be up there top 3, but they still have 2 receivers who they've been neglecting. They didn't neglect him last game, but they've been neglecting the last couple games. So he really has to share a lot of touches with a lot of people. So it's going to be really hard. He has to have another monstrous flipping upside down over hurdling people. Like he gonna have to do something real crazy.
Yeah, and it's the whole overall, and he's also got to get it past the running back bias in the NFL.
Yeah,
Like
because clearly
just
in sports, how about that? Let's say that because
sport,
clearly,
because Jesse, we just talked about Jesse not winning the Heisman. I think him being a running back factors into that, and that's what the whole irony is dawning on me. How people talk about the running back position, how it's not important. It's not the quarterback position, which is the most important position in football. But now people are so clamoring for Janet to win the Heisman. But we're not talking about college anymore. But yeah, and that. But
people should be clamoring to draft that man. Okay, he didn't win the Heisman. His draft stock, bro, needs that thing probably is potent. I can name several teams right now that would love to have him.
But no,
they're gonna pass on him. Watch.
But yeah, this MVP race is gonna be interesting. Definitely.
Honestly, it's looking really. I'm sorry to cut you off. It's looking real easy for the Bills because they have to play the Patriots twice and the Jets.
However, if Josh Allen has a slip up against
Aaron Rodgers,
yeah, I can see once again Lamar Jackson getting in there, especially because you're losing to or you're having subpar performances against inferior opponents. You should be dominating. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm thoroughly interested. Dang, the Falcons are not even first in the division. I'm thoroughly interested to see who they gotta play. Dang, they gotta play the Giants. Easy dub. They got to play y'all though at y'all, and then they got to host the they got to host the Panthers at the end of the game. Honestly, I hope the Panthers lose. Let's just by that time we should just tank.
Yes. But we're done with the MVP race, so let's go ahead and get into. Because, we're already talking about the game. So let's go ahead and get into this week's games and get into our weekly pick 6. We got 6 games up on the docket for this week. And we're going to start out with this Thursday night's game. It feels like a Friday, but I feel like it's Tuesday. But anyway, this Thursday night game, we got the Broncos at the Chargers. So, KJ, who you got?
I got the Chargers by 10. Let's go, Harbaugh. And please, Gus Edwards. Please, for the sake of my fantasy.
I'm going to take the Broncos. I think this is going to be a very, very low scoring defensive game because you're dealing with the Broncos defense, which I don't know why more people talking about it. I hear a lot of Nick Bonito for the defensive player of the year because of the year he's having. He's being a complete game wrecker. I think he just had a pick 6 this past week. I think it's gonna be a tough.
Can I add another point too? Because I also didn't know this. Herbert is questionable. I think he got like a foot injury or something. So maybe the Broncos, but if Herbert play, I'm going with the Bolts. If not, the Broncos has got it.
Don't hedge your bets, but I regardless, I didn't even know that. I still picked the Broncos. 16-13 in a tough defensive game. The next game, because Bo Nix is still a rookie, he's still prone to have his rookie games, i.e. this past game where he threw three picks and he wasn't all that. But anyway, the next game we're gonna go ahead and predict is I think this is the Sunday night game, the Bucks at the Cowboys. Cowgirls. Go ahead, KJ.
Baker Mayfield, let's get it. I'll say a touchdown. I'll say 4 points. 4 points.
I want them to win so bad, but Baker Mayfield, while he's playing well this season, he's had games where he's thrown picks, turned the ball over a lot. He has had games where he turned the ball
Yeah.
turn the ball over, especially when he
Getting his
goes
Jameis
against a
Winston on.
comparable or a competent defense. And the Cowgirls, I understand they have Cooper Rush as their back quarterback in and all their offense, though their offense has been playing, sort of pretty well as of late. However,
shout out to CeeDee Lamb, baby.
I'm just showing you. I know I hate the Cowgirls, but I'm showing y'all I can be 10 toes down. I can keep it real with the Cowgirls, okay? Cowgirls fans, but anyway.
Make your pick.
Yeah. So, but and because of that, I think because once again the Cowgirls have a somewhat competent defense, especially with Michael Parsons. I think Diggs is still. I think he's back. I think Deron Lamb is back. I don't know at what percentage, but I believe that they are. But either way,
make your pick.
I'm gonna say Cowboys 27-17. That hurts me. Now, if they lose, I'm not gonna care. But anyway, the next game. I'm not. But I'm just saying. But anyway, the next game we're gonna go ahead and predict is the Monday night game. Like this is come on, why didn't y'all fix this out? But anyway, the Saints at the Packers. Go ahead, KJ.
There is no way the Saints are about to go into Lambeau and lose and win. No, Packers.
Yeah,
Pack go.
Yeah, give me the Packers. The Packers are not going to be my Commanders, which they're not going to let you back in the game. All right, they're not going to do that. They're not going to make a whole bunch of.
This is why I said
I'm not going to vote for you. I'm not going to vote for you, Packers fans. They're not going to make a whole bunch of they're not going to make a whole bunch of mistakes that let you back in the game. All right, they're not going to beat themselves. Once again, knock on wood again, because I know I don't want Packers fans coming after me like, hey, you chased us. No, I didn't. But give me the Packers 31-13. All right, we got two Saturday night games. I'm probably only gonna be able to watch one of them, maybe ?
We know which one I'm watching.
But yeah, the first one we're gonna go ahead and predict is the Texans at the Chiefs. Who you got, KJ?
I don't want to pick the Chiefs. I would like to strive for Stroud, but the Chiefs, man, give it the Chiefs at home. They're gonna win by the last second field goal.
I'm striving for Stroud! All right, the name ain't stopping. Let's go. I'm picking the upset. Texas gonna come into Arrowhead or whatever the stadium's called, because these stadiums are now changing, names.
Left and right.
I don't keep up with it.
There's no Georgia Dome. There's no Silver Dome.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't give a crap. But anyway, so give me the Texans 24-20. Yes, in a close one. All right. Now, the other Saturday night game is the game that my co-host is looking forward. It's hopefully his Ravens can get revenge. So it is the Steelers at the Ravens. Let me go ahead and predict first. I went back and forth with this game, but this is gonna be another tough NFC North football matchup. But I think this time the Ravens squeak this one out. 20-19. KJ, who do you got?
And I'm not going back and forth because I know who I got. Y'all know who I got. I'm just saying that I don't think that George Pickens is going to play, so that's really going to hurt the Steelers. And the Steelers are not starting my cousin Justin Fields, so I don't care nothing about what they got going on. So we're going to come in here. They're going to come into the bank. They check going to bounce, and we're going to bounce them back to Pittsburgh. Bring some more steel next time, baby. Flop.
Definitely. All right, then the last game we're going to go ahead and predict. The Vikings at the Seahawks. The Seahawks really need to win this game, but I don't know. But KJ, who you got?
The Seahawks do need to win this game. Kenneth Walker is in and out of being hurt and not being hurt. It don't really matter because Zach Charbonnet, another Michigan man.
Though Geno's hurt.
Oh, give me the Vikings. Give me the Vikings. They're not going to lose to the Seahawks.
Yeah, I was like, Geno's still. I don't know. I don't know if Geno's going to be able to start.
I think the Seahawks are going to start fizzling out of contention.
Excuse me, but even if Geno does play, I still think the Vikings are going to win. So give me the Vikings 28-14. All right, that is it for our weekly pick 6. Hopefully, I do pretty good. I'm not really striving for 6-0 right now. I'm just, I just striving to just do good enough. But yeah, there's certain other things in football I want to talk about. Really, two main things. One, Matt Eberflus, the head coach for the Bears, got fired.
Mm.
Yeah, they got fired.
About time.
So how did you?
About time. There's no way a coach named Eberflus is going to lead you to victory. That doesn't even sound audible in the ear.
Yeah, my thing is though, like my point. I've made this point on the podcast. Defensive coach, new rookie quarterback, not the best mix. You need to, especially now, if you don't have like a supreme offensive mind as an offensive coordinator, and as we see, the Bears do not. All right, because people will mention, oh, look at Jaden Daniels in Washington. He has a defensive minded head coach. However, he has a great mind for I'm not gonna say great mind because he becomes some dumb plays sometimes. But anyway, he becomes some dumb. Yeah, he has some, but he has a competent, let's just say, coordinator in Cliff Kingsbury. All right, so you would want for, once again, if you have a defensive-minded head coach, you want to at least have a competent coordinator to make sure, okay, let me put my quarterback in the best position, my young quarterback in the best position possible. Let me find out what does he do well, accentuate that, and hide those weaknesses. Not, hey, let's just do whatever. Like, that's what you want to do. But the Bears are going to bear. This is the reason why I keep on saying we are seeing real time, people. We are seeing real time. Why I said if Patrick Mahomes got drafted by the Bears, he would have been a bust.
Dud. We
are seeing that in real time now with Caleb Williams. And then I always say that the situation that a young quarterback gets drafted into matters a lot more than actually his actual skill, because it does not matter how talented a young quarterback is. If he's in a wrong situation, he's not going to develop properly. I.e., once again, look at Caleb Williams. Yes, Caleb Williams has shown a lot of flashes of talent. However, he's also shown major struggles because the Bears refuse to put him in the situations that he will be successful in. Which is, once again, going back to my point of, I've made, I think, years before on this podcast about Patrick Mahomes being a bust if he went to Chicago. Now, once again, your guys are now seeing that with real time Caleb Williams. But anyway,
I think that, yes, Eberflus should have been gone. Eberflus should have been gone. But at the same time, your rookie quarterback, I feel like your rookie quarterback has success, and I feel like a lot of the rookie quarterbacks had success this year. The only one that doesn't have success really so far is Caleb Williams at the Bears. They lost 8 straight. They started 4-2. That was an up and down 4-2 because they lost like 3 games. I mean, they lost like back-to-back games between that. But I don't know. I feel like Caleb Williams, we should still give him another year or two, because we seen how Bryce Young doing in the crap show Carolina.
That is very true.
I don't know where we at still, but you know what I'm saying. I think that if we get a good coach for Caleb Williams,
I don't know who that coach is going to be, but if we get a good coach for Caleb Williams, then okay. If they get like Ben Johnson, no, they're going to go right back. That's a coordinator. You know what I'm saying? They need a head coach. But yeah, I'll give him another year. He kind of made me mad at fantasy this year, but it's the Bears, man. I will say that the Bears did go out swinging because they brought in a whole lot of people to try to help out Caleb Williams. I just don't think that they had the right coach.
That's we'll definitely see. Also, something I also want to point out. I just want to say, sorry, Jets fans, you all are officially, once again, you've missed the playoffs, and I've said this on the podcast about you having the 2-year window with Aaron Rodgers, maybe 3-year window.
Gone.
That's gone. I'm sorry, that's gone. Like now, a lot of people mentioned how Aaron Rodgers looked really good against the Jaguars this past week.
Everybody looks good against the Jaguars.
No, exactly. The Jaguars are you both are garbage football teams. So, of course, you're going to look good. Like, the Jaguars are a 3-10, 3-10, 3-11 football team for a reason. All right? But yeah, I think that window is closed.
The Bears beat the Jaguars. That's crazy. That's how bad they are.
So, yeah. That window is shut with Aaron Rodgers. I say though you did legitimately gut your whole team so you can fit Aaron Rodgers' preferences. However, it didn't work. So your best bet would be, honestly, cut your losses. You're not going to do that, Jets, because you have the Jets. But cut your losses and kind of just get rid of everybody and rebuild from scratch. Try to find a trade for Devontae Adams. Literally just
But let's look at this offense that they squandered away. These weapons: Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. Come on, bro, on the same offense. And you telling me y'all went 4-11? That's crazy. And you know what? I had the nerve to see Aaron Rodgers on TV today smiling. I said, this man done stole a bag, bro. He done went to the mountains, stole a bag, and he probably about to go back to the mountains once their contract up. But, I mean, hey, as the Jets, what do you do? And then you have Sauce Gardner on defense. Come on, bro. Y'all are just as bad as the New York Giants. Both New York teams just they didn't get it together with the quarterback position. I don't know.
But I just wanted to mention that's the last little football thing I wanted to mention. But sorry, Jets fans. But I just want now for the last nice little topic. Before we get into our last second shout-outs and all that good stuff. Because I know you missed us, so this is gonna be this podcast is gonna be probably like an hour 45, hour 50 minutes. But it is what it is. But I specifically basketball season. We're a third of the way. My Wizards suck. We're not talking about that. I specifically wanted to talk about one guy. And y'all know who he is. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. The face of the league, still to this very day. All right? Yes, I understand they're I understand Jokic and Giannis are better than him as basketball players right here, right now. However, he is still the face of the league. And that is the one, the man, the myth, the legend, LeBron James. And is he washed? Now, I'm going to let my resident LeBron fan answer that question.
Get all that craziness up out of me before I start talking. Is LeBron James washed? I can't say he's washed. He's still averaging 23, 8, and 9 on 49% shooting. I can't. That's better than most people in the league. Still. Now
that's better than a lot of people's primes. But anyway,
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And he's 40. I think that I will say this, but follow me when I say it. I will say LeBron James can't do it anymore. Now, when I say that, I do not mean play the game of basketball, because he's still playing the game of basketball pretty well. What I'm saying is he cannot be the one to dismantle a team put some scraps together, and then carry them on his back like Superman. He's 40. So, you know what I'm saying? Even if you have Anthony Davis, you still need a lot more with the Lakers currently in order for him, like, if he still ever wants to win a championship. But as far as being watched, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no way. He's still dunking. As long as LeBron James can dunk, he can play the game of basketball.
I don't know. When people say washed, because I've watched this. I watched this on TikTok where they said like washed does not necessarily mean that, you know, he like sucks now. What they saying yes, he's washed as in like he's not at a level where he was, you know, the past, like, you know, 5 years ago,
Where he was
5 years ago,
like
10 years ago. Huh?
Where he was averaging like 26, 27, 28.
Yeah, he was just, you know, dominating how like 2018 LeBron. Like people were comparing like, hey, 2018 LeBron to LeBron now. Oh yeah, he's definitely washed. And my thing is my definition of washed is washed up. You can't play anymore. You're averaging you're Vince Carter at 40, averaging like 4 points a game. You know,
you're Aaron Rodgers at 4-11.
Exactly. Like, I'm not trying to throw nothing on Vince Carter, but like that's my definition of washed. Now, has he declined? Yes. But that's with anything. No matter how much an athlete takes care of themselves, they will never beat Father Time. That's just that. Father Time will always remain undefeated. Yes, LeBron has declined from where he was at his peak to now. He has. But to say that he's completely washed, and they really said this because we were on hiatus, and this was really like a talking point because LeBron was in a shooting slump. But I'm like, the man is 40. Adding to the fact that he just played the Olympics, and I knew that
just played the Olympics, bro.
Yeah, like he did play the Olympics, so I was like, something tells me the LeBron fall off is gonna happen in the regular season somehow, some way. And that's why when he's going through that slump, huh?
He really should have tanked his first 25 games. I ain't gonna lie. Got his legs up under him.
Because like he's 40. He's not gonna be able to. This isn't 15 years ago with LeBron. This isn't 2008, 2009 LeBron. You know, back when he's winning his first MVP, back when I was in high school.
They wouldn't even need Anthony Davis.
I don't know. But this was 15 years ago. Kobe Bryant being still alive. We had Kobe and LeBron on the same team. No, but anyway, that'd be interesting. But anyway,
nuts.
But yeah, this is. I think it's fair to say LeBron has declined. I don't think it's fair to say necessarily LeBron is washed. All right, he's still honestly a top 15 player in the NBA. Right here, right now. I would say I'd put him in that top 15 in the NBA right here. Top 10? Oh, no. I got to think on that. But because I think
He's
right now
averaging,
Anthony Davis is the best player on the Lakers right now.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But that's only because of age. Anthony Davis is still youthful.
Yeah, that and Anthony Davis is just playing better than LeBron right now. You gotta give to. I'm sorry, man.
I feel as though if you're not gonna call Kevin Durant washed, you definitely can't call LeBron washed.
Though Kevin Durant's game isn't. LeBron's game has always been. It hasn't been predicated on athleticism. Well, let's just say. Early on, his game was definitely athleticism based, but athleticism is still part of his game. Even though LeBron over time has learned to do it with more skill, whereas in Kevin Durant it's specifically skill based because he's a lot better shooter than LeBron is. So Kevin Durant doesn't really have to. You know, he doesn't really have to drive to the basket that much. Like he can do a couple dribbles, that little hezzy pull, bam. You know, right there. But Yeah, LeBron's not washed. Yeah, far from it. Like, my thing is, it's like we were like years ago how we were trying to predict the Tom Brady's going to eventually fall off a cliff, and he never really kind of did. Besides, he never really kind of
he got out before he did.
Yeah, he got out before he really.
That's my thing. That's my only thing about LeBron. I'm like, LeBron, you are great. You are still great. Don't be out here playing until you can only average 12 points a game. Please don't. Because then that's how you tarnish your legacy, I feel like.
Yeah, so that. But final verdict, LeBron, not watched, just declined. All right. But let's go ahead and wrap this podcast up like we always do with our last second shout outs. So, KJ, who in the sports world do you have to shout out?
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out that bad man there, Lamar Jackson, and his running mate, all puns intended, Derrick Henry. One, because Lamar Jackson, yes, he just had his 5th Jackson 5, but that was also his 100th game. His 100th career game that he's ever played. And both of them because they both just got 99, just joined the 99 club on Madden. And I think they're both leading the Pro Bowl vote.
Well, and my shout out, and between the Pro Bowl votes, my shout out goes to my QB1, Jaden Daniels, baby. He is top 10 in Pro Bowl voting, number 6, baby. Let's go, Jaden Daniels. Let's go. Top 10 Pro Bowl voting. I understand people are gonna hear this podcast and be like, "Oh, well, then during the draft you were against Jaden Daniels, all that." I'm telling you, people, you learn to love. You learn to love. Okay, just get over it. But anyway, but that is all the time we have, folks. We're back. And I'm MC Ron with his co-host
Zen on Ken.
And we are keeping it 10 toes down. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be on the podcast and talk your sports stuff with the best in the business, that is me and my co-host KJ, all you have to do is one of two things. Either send an email to keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. That is keepingit10toesdown@gmail.com. Or send us a direct message on Instagram. That is at keepingit10toes. That is at keepingit10toes. Once again, people, I just want to apologize. I know you missed us. I know you needed us. And when, we were like the Avatar, when you needed us most, we vanished. But we are back to unite all 4 nations together in harmony. No, I'm just joking. If you haven't watched Avatar, I don't know what you've been doing with your life. But no, just joking. But yes, you all have a great day, a great night, and enjoy the college football playoff. Let's go, Nittany Lions. We are Penn State.
The sun is under my feet and I come in peace to compete. I don't run if you athlete. My statistics go up in weeks and I go visit the nearest creek and I get busy. Yo, mini MC, really ballistic. Anybody can see any assistance. Everybody to see some persistence. Recognize I be really too vicious. The permanent beast and the demolition. Breaking up the street. Better partition. Better dot your T. Hannibal mention. How all you see. Putting my dick in the rap industry. Everybody bitching. Getting mad at me. Recognize Kendrick in a battery. And I'm charged up in a catastrophe. It's charged up in audacity. Y'all fucks never gonna hassle me and y'all luck.